Hey guys, this is the Balkan Architect, and in today's tutorial we're going to be modeling a site plan in Revit. So in this video I'm going to be using the topo surface tool to create an uneven topo surface with a bunch of different heights, and on this uneven topo surface I'm going to be placing a road with a sidewalk and a realistic looking curb. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make videos like this every day. So let's get started. Here I have this just a blank house placed over here, and here I have just some parking area in front of it, and we're going to be placing a road over here. So let's just go to site plan to model our site. So I'm going to go here to massing and site tab, and you have this topo surface tool, and I'm going to select it. And now our house is on level 1, which is 0.00. So we're going to be starting from that. So I'm just going to go here for elevation, and let's just leave it at 0. And I'm going to place 1 point here, 1 point here, and then I'm just going to kind of place points around the house, like so. Maybe one more here and here. Okay, so we kind of have an evened out surface for our house. Now I'm going to type in -3 meters for this part over here. So I'm just going to place a bunch of points over here, and then let's do the same thing over here, a few points like that, and then let's go to -6 meters for perhaps something over here. And let's just move this out a bit. Okay, and if you want to see more of these lines that are actually showing you the difference in heights, when you go finish, you can go here to model site, open up this site settings dialog, and here it's set to 5 meters. So we have one of these indicator lines once every 5 meters, but we can change this to something lower. So let's do it at 1 meter. So now it looks kind of more realistic for a site plan. Now let's go into 3D to see what that looks like, and I'm quite happy with this. And now the first thing we need to do, we need to create a building pad. That's this over here. So you just go building pad, and then again I'm going to go back into site plan, and here you can see we can't really see the walls because we have our roof over it. So I'm just going to go here and go into wireframe graphic display option, and now we can see it. And now I'm just going to be using this pick lines tool, or perhaps something even faster for a situation like this is a rectangle. So you place one rectangle here, one here, a couple of lines here, and then just use the split tool for this and the trim and extend tool to connect everything. So once that's done, just go finish, and now this is your building pad. Now let's model the road, but before we start cutting out our topo surface to place a road, we need to kind of draw it out or plot it out to see where will the actual road go. So let's say we want our road to go kind of like this in an U-turn, and to do that, let's go here into annotation and let's use detail line. So you can go here to detail line, or you can use the shortcut DL, and now you can place detail lines. So I'm just going to place one line like so, maybe like that, and kind of exiting like this. Now again I'm going to go into detail line, use the offset tool, and let's offset by, I don't know, 4 meters. I know that's a bit small for a car, but or for 2 cars, but that doesn't matter for this video. And now again in detail line, let's use this fillet arc tool to fillet this to, I don't know, 6 meters is the radius as far as I remember. And for this let's do 10 because that's 6 plus 4. And here let's do something like 10, okay, and let's do the 14 for this one. Okay, this looks like a realistic road, realistic enough at least. So now let's cut out our surface to create this actual road. So to do that, I'm going to go here to massing and site, and now go to split surface. So once I select this, I need to select the surface I'm going to be splitting, so I'm going to select this one, and now I need to create my road. So I can use the pick lines tool for that, and let's just pick these lines that we have already placed. Now you can see why the benefits of placing these detail lines. And now just by using trim and extend, let's extend this, and you can leave this open. That just means that you're cutting the surface in two surfaces basically. And when you finish, you can select this, and this road is now a different surface, as you can see. Now let's do the actual sidewalk, and for that let's go back into site plan and go into split surface again. Select this surface because we're splitting it again, and now I want my sidewalk to go all the way around the house and to follow this road over here. So I'm just going to use the pick lines tool to select the road again, then go all the way around this parking lot, all the way around the house, and then all the way back. Now once this is finished, you can go into offset and set an offset to 1 meter. That's fine for a sidewalk for a small house. And then let's do the sidewalk on this side and on this side as well. So when you've kind of placed it like this, yeah, you can do it like that. Do this line. Okay, this is enough. Now we can split this line here in half. And now let's just trim and extend everything in place. And because this inner surface is already cut off, now we can just delete these lines because we don't really need them. We don't need these inside lines. So once you have this, you just go finish, and you can see now if we select it, we have our curb over here. So if I go into 3D, let's just cancel out of this, I can either select the road or my curb. Okay, so once this is completed, we need to do some adjustments. We want this curb to have some thickness, and we want it to go up a bit. We want to extend it kind of up to be poking out of the surface. And how are we going to do that? First, I'm not going to be using this surface just like this as a surface. I need to turn it into 3D. And the easiest way to turn it into 3D is to select it, go here into Revit or this start menu, and go into export. And export it as DWG, but you just want to export this curb. So what you're going to do is you're going to select it, go here and isolate it. So just go isolate element, and you get something that looks like this. We don't really need this either, so let's hide element. Yeah, so we only have our curb selected. So now once this is only selected or visible, you go here to export and export it into CAD. So go DWG. Next, let's save it at desktop. Let's just leave the name, go OK, and go leave temporary hide isolate. So once this is done, you can just kind of leave it in temporary hide isolate, and you need to create an in-place mass. Now, once you've created a new mass, just go escape, let's call it mass 1. Now, you're going to import your DWG here. So you're just going to go to insert, import CAD, select this project, and here it is. Now the reason why you've done this is because now this CAD insert is actually selectable, and we can select it as a mass surface. So what we can do now is when we go finish mass, this warning is completely unimportant, we can use this mass to create a roof. So we can just categorize our roof to be concrete or whatever this curve would be, and then this actual surface will become a 3D element. So I'm just going to go here to massing and site, go roof, and let's create a new roof. So let's duplicate this one, let's call it generic number 2. Let's edit this down to 0.2 meters, and let's add some, I don't know, some concrete material. Yeah, let's use this one, go OK, OK, OK. And now we need to select everything, and you go create roof. And when you zoom in, you can see now it has a thickness. It's actually a roof. So now we can select this 3D element, and we can use level offset, and let's offset it by its thickness, or 0.2 meters. And it's now applied. And now when we go into reset temporary hide isolate, and let's turn on some realistic mode, we can see, as you can see now, we have some curb thickness. And now we can select our actual curb or mass and delete it. Select this and delete surface. We don't need it. Okay, so now let's select our road surface, and you can do the same thing you did with the curb, but in this instant I don't really want to, so I'm just going to change the material to asphalt so it can be used as a road. Okay, asphalt, bitumen, okay. Okay, and let's change this site to some grass. Now I don't like using grass. As you can see here, we have this grass and this plant is way nicer color, so I like to use that instead. And as you can see, we have our massing and it looks great. And let's just create a curb over here for a realistic look. And to do that, we have this roof surface. This is actually categorized as roof. So if we go into architecture, if we open up this roof, and we have this roof fascia. So if we create a roof fascia profile that actually looks like a curb, we can place it all around this surface over here. So I'm just going to go into Start menu, new family. Let's create a profile family. So go here, profile, metric profile, open it up. Here we have our profile, use lines, and let's use the 0.2 meters or 200 millimeters. That's the height. Let's use something like this. Yeah, so that looks like a curb, I guess. And now let's load this into the project. It's called family 1, doesn't matter. And now if I go into 3D and go here into roof, fascia, select my fascia, go into edit type, and change the profile here to family 1. That's the profile I just created. Go apply, okay, and just go back here and change the material to something white. I'm just going to choose gypsum wallboard because I know that's white, but I'm guessing you're going to pick out the material that's actually correct for your model. And now you can just start placing it over here. And you just go all the way around. I know it's a bit boring because you have to place every single one, but it looks quite realistic. Okay, so now this curb is done, and then just to finish it off, you can go to massing and site, perhaps add some plants or whatever, but you get the point. Okay, so this is how you create a site plan in Revit that has a road and a sidewalk with a realistic looking curb. Okay, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this video. And if you have any questions, comments or suggestions for future tutorials, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.